In this video, we are going to see Bosch Plena mixing amplifier, its connection and how to use this unit. So the latest model Plena mixing amplifier is PLE1ME 0603IN. So in this series, we have another two more models. One comes with 120 watts and even 240 watts also. So these mixing amplifiers normally will have 4 mic inputs and 1 auxiliary inputs, and also having Bluetooth option as well as its USB pen drive option also. So we will see about its connection details first, and then we will see how to use this amplifier. Now we are going to see the backside video of this particular amplifier. So this amplifier is having 4 mic inputs and 1 auxiliary input. So here this connector is mic 1 input, and this is mic 2 input, and this is mic 3, and this is mic 4, and this is the auxiliary input. So these mic inputs 1, 2, 3, 4 can also you connect a line input signal also. So we can select it whether it's a mic signal or it's a line signal. So what is line signal? Line signal is the signal comes from a CD player, DVD player, or from your mobile phone, etc. So these are the line signals. So based on the input which we are going to connect with this amplifier, we have an option to set the dip switch. So we will see it in detail soon. And so first we will see about the pin details of this first input. So if you see here, the first connector or mic 1, it comes with the 5-pin connector. This input we can use it if you are using a Bosch mic of LBB1950. So the advantages of this particular input is we can activate a chime tone when you use the mic to talk. So that example, you are going to talk from your mic of LBB1950. So when you press the talk button, you will get a chime tone through this speaker, so that the listener can understand that there is some announcement is going to come. So that is called a chime tone trigger. We can use it here. And when you using LBB1950 on this particular pin or mic 1 port, you need to cut the connector on this particular mic. So you will get 5 wires. In that, white and green should get connected with trigger port on this particular amplifier. Then you will have 3 more colors: red, black and blue. So red will get connected on the 3rd pin from your left. So the red color will get connected on the plus pin on this particular amplifier. The black color will get connected on the ground pin, and the blue color will get connected on the minus pin on this particular connector. So this port we can use it to connect LBB1950 mic. So the second port, so the second mic port is in the form of XLR. So this is a XLR input interface, and the 3rd pin and 4th pin are 6.3 mm phono jack. So these are the 4 mic inputs on this particular amplifier. Now we will see about the dip switch setting on this particular amplifier. So there are 4 set of dip switches are available. So here if you see, it's clearly mentioned D1 is nothing but mic 1 dip switch setting, D2 or mic 2 dip switch settings. The same way mic 3 and mic 4 settings are available. So we will see in detail about the mic 1 and mic 2 here. The first switch from your left is mentioned as chime on and off. So if you want a chime tone to be played, you can select it from here. If not, we can switch it off also. The second option is PTT, where we can push to talk mode. We can select it as required. And third switch third switch is for it's a line level signal or it's a mic level signal. So when you are connecting a mic, it should be in mic mode, or if you are connecting a line input signal, it should be definitely change it into line mode. And the fourth one is speech and flat. So whenever you are using it in mic signal, if you are going to use as mic input, you can set it as into speech mode, and when you are using it for line signal, it should be into flat, so that it will boost or it will amplify even low frequency as well as high frequency signal. And the last one is for phantom power switch on and off. So if you are using LBB1950 or any mic which required power separately, in that case the phantom switch should be in on condition. So in this LBB1950, it should require power. So if you switch on this phantom in on condition, then only the mic will get power and it will switch on. If not, the mic will not work. And the second mic port, if you see about the second mic ports, again, since it is filtering, because it don't have any chime option, that's why it is having only 3 pins. One is line and mic, other one is speech or flat, and third one is phantom on or off. So my mic required power from my amplifier, then my phantom power switch should be on condition. Example, if you have a mic of Bosch which is LBC290015, which is dynamic mic, which is not required any power to operate. So in that case, the phantom power switch can in off condition. If your mic required power from the amplifier, then this phantom switch should be in on condition. And if you are using this mic input port to connect a line input signal, you have 4 mic inputs are there, but you are not connecting mic input, you are connecting a line input signal. In that scenario, your phantom switch should be in off condition, and speech and flat, it should be in flat, and line/mic, it should be in line mode. So this need to be considered. So this is applicable for all 4 mic inputs on this particular amplifier. And the mic input 3 and 4 is called 6.3 mm phono jack. So this is the interface available on this particular amplifier. So based on that, you need to use the required connector. Here also you have option to set the switches, like it's a line or mic input, or it's a phantom power on off, and also speech or flat signal. You can select it as required. And finally, we have a input of auxiliary input, which comes with the RCA interface, left and right. You can use it to connect your headphones, you connect your mobile phones or any CD, DVD players onto this particular input. This is a line input signal, not a mic input signal. So here we had connected 2 mics onto this particular amplifier, mic 2 port and mic 3 port. So mic 2 is get connected with condenser microphone of LBB1950, which is nothing but a tabletop microphone. So this is the one which comes with the push to talk button. So when we use this particular microphone, we need to press this talk button, and then we need to talk near to the mic. So when we connect this particular mic on mic 2 port, chime tone will not play, because that mic input don't have this chime tone option. And the third port, we had connected a dynamic handheld microphone. The part code is LBC290015. This don't require any power to operate. So that is why the third mic port, the phantom power switch is in off condition. So other than these 2 mics, we have option to connect this amplifier with your mobile through Bluetooth. So this amplifier contain Bluetooth option as well as USB option. So when this amplifier, if I want to connect with my mobile phone through Bluetooth, so you need to on your Bluetooth option on your mobile phone, and if you search it, you will it will detect, this amplifier will get detect as Bosch Plena amplifier. You can pair it with your mobile phone and then it can connect with your mobile phone, and from there you can play your required songs or messages. And also this contain one USB port which have a option to play MP3 files or MP3 songs from this particular pen drive. So the maximum capacity of this particular pen drive is 32 GB, and you have option to change the mode. By default this amplifier into Bluetooth mode, and if you require you can change the mode using this mode button. So once you press it, it will change into USB, and again if you press it, it will change into Bluetooth. And in case if some song is playing here, if you record, you can pause it, and if you want to announce it, you can announce it from the mic. So if you are going to announce some messages, and in that same time there is some music is playing from your mobile phone using Bluetooth or through a pen drive. Now if you want to pause the song whatever is playing, and if you want to announce it, you can use this second button, pause button, so that the song will get, whatever the songs playing from Bluetooth or USB will get paused, and from the mic you can start to announce it. So once the announcement is completed, again you can release this pause option so that the song will play again. And we have another two more buttons are available to increase the volume. So with these two buttons can use it into two mode. One is increase and decrease the volume. If you press this button continuously, the volume get increased, and this, if you press it continuously, the volume of this particular Bluetooth as well as pen drive song or USB songs will get decreased. So you can increase and decrease the volume from these two buttons. And in case if you want to change the song from this you can just simply one time press, so that it will change into next song. So that is the way you can use it. So these two buttons we can use it for increase and decrease the volume, as well as you can change the next or previous also. So for changing the volume you need to continuously press it, and if you want to change the song, next song or the previous. So now we see about other details on this particular front panel of this particular amplifier. So that this switch is your on off switch. If you press it, it will get off, and if you press it, it will switch on. Then the pins 1, 2, 3, 4 is the mic/line input signal volume control knob. So we can individually control the volume as we required. So we can increase and decrease the volume of those input signals. And the last one, the fifth one is the auxiliary input of volume knob, so through which we can control the volume. So other than that, there is one master volume control also. It will control all the inputs volumes. We can increase or decrease as we require. So when you install it, this amplifier in the site, so we need to very clear on these details, where the master volume knob is increased, as well as the corresponding individual volume control knob. So when we use this amplifier inside, we should ensure that the master volume control knob is adjusted or increase the volume as the required level. And this is the master volume for all the inputs, all four mics, one auxiliary input, even this Bluetooth as well as USB port also. So this should be increased, and also the corresponding volume control knob is also should be increased as the required value. By default, this amplifier when you switch on it, it will be on Bluetooth mode. And if you want to change it, or if you want to use it in USB mode, you need to use this mode button to change it. And this amplifier is having one headphone output through which we can take a line output signal, which can use to connect another booster amplifier or another mixing amplifier. In case my load is high, I may require to add multiple amplifiers. So the reference signal, so the line output can also take from this headphone output, and you can connect it with another mixing amplifier or booster amplifier. And you have a VU meter available, display is available here. That LED indication will show based on the input signal. In case if the amplifier is not playing any songs or messages, we can refer this particular meter value, whether that input, based on the input signal, this will get increase or decrease. So that need to be checked as a reference, as well as we need to use this master volume knob as well as this corresponding volume control knob also. So now we will see about the backside connection details on the speaker side. Now we will see the backside speaker connection port on this particular amplifier. So if you see here, so we have a connector as call only 100 volt, common 4 ohms and 100 volt output signals are there. So normally the speakers what we are using in PA systems are having a line matching transformer. So we have to use this common and this right side corner 100 volt inputs. So these two pins need to be used here. So this common as well as 100 volt signal. Sometimes we may do some mistakes by connecting this 100 volt on this particular pin, call only pin, or sometimes customer may do mistakes to connecting on ohms also. So we need to ensure that the common on this particular amplifier should connected on the common or 0 volt on the speaker, and 100 volt on the amplifier should get connected on the maximum watts. If it's a 6 watt speaker, on the 6 watts port on this particular speaker. So that is the output port on this particular amplifier. And whenever you use any PA system or when we connect any load is nothing but our speakers. So we need to connect at least maximum of, we should not exceed maximum 90% of the load capacity of the particular amplifier. Example, in this here I am using a 120 watts amplifier. That is nothing but it can handle maximum 120 watts. So I should load maximum of 90% of its capacity. So I should not exceed more than that level. So that need to be considered when we select the amplifier in a project. Thank you. So we will see few basic troubleshooting about this particular amplifier. One is, if the amplifier is not switching on, we need to check whether the input port, whatever power cord we are connecting, is getting a 230 volt on this particular power cord pins. If power cord pin is getting 230 volt power, then secondly we need to check whether the front panel on off switch is properly switched on or not. So that need to be checked, and even that is also okay, correct, then we need to check a fuse which is available on this particular area. You can remove this portion by using a small screwdriver, so that piece will come out, and inside that there will be a fuse available. We need to check whether the fuse is okay or not. So these three things need to be considered. In case if the fuse is gone or fault, and you need to replace with the correct fuse value, and then you need to switch on it. So that's the first things when you talk about the switching on more issues. And second thing, if the speaker output is not coming, we need to check whether the speaker is properly connected on the right port on the amplifier. That means common and 100 volt only is used on this particular amplifier or not. Sometimes it may be some problem on the cable or connection or load. Many reasons it may not properly work. So we need to, at least first we need to take only one speaker, place it very next to the amplifier, connect with common goes to common on the speaker, and 100 volt on the amplifier goes to the 6 watt. If it is a 6 watt, 6 watts on the speaker, and try to play some audio source that need to be checked. And when you test it, we need to, the issue could be from the input side also. So we need to always keep one 6.3 mm phono jack pin one side, along with other end with 3.5 mm phono jack pin which suits on your mobile, so that any point of time you can connect these two things and you can play some audio source from your mobile and check whether it is properly playing or not. Sometimes the mic may not properly work, sometimes the mic switches are not properly set as required. So better to test it with a mobile source will be good to find out the actual reason. So when you are playing from a song from your mobile, you need to check the phantom switch is in off, and speech flat, it should be in flat, and line and mic, it should be in line, and the net that need to be checked. At the same time, the master volume switch also should, master volume control knob should be increased, as well as the corresponding mic input volume also should be increased some required level, and test it. And when you are connecting any mic and if that mic is not working, check your mic whether it is a condenser mic or a dynamic mic. If it is a condenser mic, it should definitely require power from the amplifier. So you check whether the phantom power switch is on or off. You need to make it into on condition. But if your mic is a dynamic mic, then it is not necessary. The phantom power switch should be in on condition. So these are the different ways you can do your basic troubleshoot on a table and check whether your amplifier is functional and test it easily on.